Mei Mei stronger than she knew. Mei never thought of herself as strong. To her, strength had always looked loud and firm, something visible and unquestionable. She believed strength meant never hesitating, never feeling unsure, never needing help. And because of that belief, she often overlooked the quiet resilience she carried every day. She had learned how to keep moving even when doubt followed her closely. She learned how to smile through pressure, how to meet expectations without revealing how heavy they felt. Her strength was hidden in patience, in endurance, in the way she kept choosing forward even when she felt uncertain. Yu Long noticed this long before Mei ever did. He saw it in the way she handled disappointment without bitterness, in the way she listened carefully before responding, in the way she protected others even while questioning herself. He never tried to point it out loudly. He knew that some strengths are fragile when named too soon. There were moments when Mei felt overwhelmed, when the weight of expectations and opinions pressed in from all sides. In those moments, she would pause, gathering herself quietly. Yu Long would stand nearby, not to lead her, not to rescue her, but to remind her she was not alone. He did not tell her she was strong in dramatic ways. He showed it to her instead, by trusting her decisions, by respecting her boundaries, by believing in her even when she doubted herself. Slowly, Mei began to notice changes within herself. She spoke more clearly about what she wanted. She no longer apologized for taking space. She learned that choosing herself did not make her difficult. It made her honest. There were days when fear still appeared, when uncertainty whispered old doubts into her thoughts. But now, she did not shrink from them. She acknowledged them and continued forward anyway. That was when she realized something important. Strength was not the absence of fear. It was the willingness to move despite it. Yu Long admired her growth quietly. He understood that her journey was her own. His role was not to shape her, but to support her becoming. When she stood taller, it was because she chose to, not because he pushed her there. Mei began to see her past differently. The moments she once thought were weaknesses now revealed themselves as survival, patience, and quiet courage. She had endured more than she ever gave herself credit for.
People around her noticed the change too, not because she became louder, but because she became steadier. There was a calm confidence in her steps, a certainty in her voice. She no longer searched for validation in every glance. One evening, as she reflected on how far she had come, Mei Mei understood something deeply personal. Her strength was never borrowed. It was always hers. Yu Long did not give it to her. He helped her see it. Yu Long, in turn, found strength in her resilience, in her honesty, in her ability to remain gentle without being fragile. He respected her not for how much she endured, but for how consciously she chose herself. Together, they did not define strength as dominance or control. They defined it as balance, as trust, as the courage to grow without losing kindness. Mei Mei finally allowed herself to believe what had always been true. She was stronger than she knew, not because she never struggled, but because she kept becoming. And with Yu Long beside her, not leading or following but walking with her, that strength continued to unfold naturally, quietly and firmly rooted within her.